your bitch, then do her taxes. Kool Nerd, nigga.
Flow stupidity, oh so vividly, pink pictures, but most don't know the imagery. Element of fire, y'all don't know my chemistry. I gossip about the God, that's what I call a ministry. The son and I perform in symmetry. I'm coded spiritually, no means have I folded physically. I'm loaded lyrically, ready aim shoot. I was sleeping good, then boom, Freddy came through. I'm cold with it, Betty flame boost when I confront who y'all think is real. Betty change truth. These niggas lie on life, need to die on sight. Respect my complexion, you gotta flick the light on twice. I'm on the beat like white on rice, I flight on fright. My feet are firmly planted, I can fight on ice. I display my might on mics, now I can buy without my eye on price. I know what fits y'all to try on tight. Y'all niggas lunching, I roll with the punches. 2 arms, no legs, I hold them like crutches.
Kool Nerds podcast. I am Kev, the Kool Nerd.
Yes, you are.
That's Big O.
In the building.
In the building, back like we never left, to be honest with you, even though
Facts.
y'all might
Facts.
feel like we left y'all. We didn't really leave y'all. Niggas is busy.
Super busy. Super busy. That is
Like,
definitely facts.
busy. Like, you know what I'm saying? To come back and actually have the topic that we about to talk about, like this shit is crazy. Like, but to say that we've been everywhere in battle rap over this past few months would be an understatement, to be very honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we're here now, and we're here to talk about judged battles.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Like, do they have? Here's where I am with it, right? All right, so you know, I'll lay it up a little bit. We're coming off the heels of a weekend where there were multiple judged battles. Judging in battle rap obviously is not new. It happens. It's more recently been happening, definitely over the past year, in tournaments, Grand Prix, Ultimate Madness, things of that nature. My question is, and judges all over the place have gotten flack for, you know, their calls, their judgments, or what have you. Right? This weekend, by far, could possibly be one of the biggest or largely argued weekends in terms of judgments that happen. Now, I asked, you know, we jumped on here to do this to kind of talk about one that was really big and another one, in my opinion, that was kind of big, but not necessarily as big, but still just as impactful, right? Ace Amin versus Cortez. Okay? The culture, myself being included in the culture, has Ace Amin winning this battle fairly clearly. I have yet to hear anybody have the stance that I have, and I can make that argument.
Facts.
Ace Amin 30, but the culture got Ace Amin winning. The judges picked Cortez, so he ultimately gets the W and the money. So
and the money. More importantly, the money. Can you imagine walking away feeling that you won and the culture feeling that you won, yet you did not take home the money?
That's tough.
That's tough. We need to get a cash app. We need to get a GoFundMe for Ace Amin and just give him that. He need that 5 bands.
Cortez. Even if it ain't the 5 bands, Taz, you see the people talking, and I know as a real nigga, you probably ain't gonna do this, but still, like, cause you gonna take your W. You need to get that man.
Cortez gonna take that money, but
you gonna take it. You need to give him half or something.
Ace need that money. Ace need that money. Now, I mean, I gotta step away because I didn't watch the battle.
Uh-huh.
intentionally.
Right.
So I'll watch it later this evening, but I mean, the sources I trust most have Ace Amin winning. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna feel the same way.
Right.
But unlike other people, I don't let that persuade me. I'm gonna watch it, I'm gonna break it down the way I break battles down, and I'll come up with my own opinion. And that leads me to another segment of today's episode. What qualifies people and their opinion when it comes to this sport, right? Like we heard Surf talking about, some 19-year-old kid in Holland that just started watching battle rap is in here voting and so on and so forth. And on the inside, it looks like, the culture is in here, but on the outside, it's not.
Right.
I couldn't agree more, but honestly, this is what we wanted, right? We wanted to expand the culture. We wanted people to, pick up on it, like it. We wanted to grow. So this is the downside of growth.
Whew. I mean, that's a very strong and it's a point that you can't really argue, but that's why we have balance, right? Like, because yes, we want the culture to grow. The fan vote is supposed to be maybe the fan vote has more power than it needs to have, right?
Yeah.
However, they, with these battles that we've seen so far, like, there's still a committee around it that's supposed to balance out the 15-year-old in Belgium that Sue Surf was talking about, right?
Correct.
And they're supposed to be the more knowledgeable. They're supposed to,
So when it comes to trying to find that governing body, right? For that unbiased, that person that not only respects the legends and the attributes that came beforehand, but also respect some of the newer nuances and things that people do, whether it's slogans, whether it's the PG step, whether it's the schemes, whether it's the, back-to-back punches and things like, whether it's the personals, you got to have somebody that is able to sit there, digest everything, process it, and come back with good enough feedback to where everybody's going to be satisfied. Now, is everybody going to be satisfied? We know in life everybody's never not going to be satisfied. But it has to be, when you're hearing, like, when all the numbers are swaying this way saying, oh, nah, Ace got robbed, then we know something's broken and it needs fixed.
Correct.
We were talking earlier and I was saying how, battle rap is very inclusive. And anybody that's a fan of the culture wants to figure out how can they participate. I mean, look at us. Yeah. So, and not a slight to us, because we both have very strong opinions, but we do our due diligence as far as studying. Right. We will go back and forth. We do predictions. We offer apologies. It's not so prideful to where I'm going to stand on my prediction and fight and debate why my favorite battle rapper didn't lose. No, if they lost, they lost. And hey, we apologize because you leveled up in this battle, and we owe you a salute to that man.
Right.
Because what that does is that pushes the culture forward. We have to stop trying to give these wins to our favorites and find excuses and a fully prepared such and such is better than. No, if they didn't fully prepare, they didn't fully prepare.
Right.
That's just that. And you gotta take your L, you gotta tip your hat, you gotta move on to the next battle and get better.
Yeah, man.
Period.
Listen.
Period.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so there are such things as close calls, and then there are also like clear robberies. You know what I mean? Like I said, the second battle that I wanted to talk about this weekend that I was there in person for was Lada Zay versus Riggs.
Yes.
If you check the timeline and the culture, it's not mixed reviews. You have people saying Lada Zay won and people saying this is hard to call. I will be very honest with you. And again, I don't want to get in my bag necessarily about this one because I have an obvious bias that the general public may not know, but I've seen Lotta's A1, I've seen This Is a Classic. Haven't seen anything saying Riggs won. The only public statement that I've seen for Riggs winning that battle was the judge's decision. And there was one judge that actually picked Lotta's A winning.
Wow.
Okay. So so this is what makes me kind of ask these questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I'm not talking on my time. I'm not talking about, just regular fans. I'm talking about the culture at large. Battle rappers disagreeing with these in the building, whether on YouTube, saying they got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, I guess my question is it's like how do we fix that? How do we get to the place where what you're talking about? Oh, it's like, all right, cool. We want to make it interactive and inclusive. So we want to include the fans. So then we get a panel of respectable people to make it an odd number so that there is a definitive winner. But guess what? Even in the fucking finals of the NBA, when that referee makes that call, and then those other two referees come over and they say, hey, bro, we don't agree with you. They have someone to defer to. Let's call up Jersey. Run that playback.
Yep.
Somebody's got to tell us because we don't agree.
Yep. So, and honestly, I think that should be the forefront of judge battles from here on out. I don't feel like they should be judged on the spot.
I agree with you.
I feel like because I feel like judges can be persuaded based off crowd reaction. They can be persuaded off of what hit in the moment, being a prisoner of the moment, what hit in that moment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's just so many different things, and of course, myself being a victim of a judge loss, where I don't feel like they really took the information in and what I was trying to do.
Right.
I feel like the playback, it would be total reversal. Like, oh wow, you wigged out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of like battle rap. Other sports that get judged, there can be definitive endings. Very clear.
Yeah.
Boxing,
super corrupt.
Like MMA. What my thing is this: as much as we put battle rap in those categories, I hate to make this correlation, but judging a battle kind of more like being on a jury. The culture is gonna hate me saying that.
Definitely, it is.
Like
watching a battle is like jury duty.
Yeah,
facts.
You need deliberation time.
You do.
I need to review all of the evidence, like multiple times. I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's not as clear cut. You know what I'm saying? Because again, in a courtroom, a jury can be swayed by a slick talking attorney. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, like some of these niggas make their wins look a lot better than they actually are.
Oh, for sure. Some people have mastered that.
Make careers off of it, if any.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, man. Like there's got to be some kind of balance because especially when money is actual money. Hey, bro, like now, okay, I want to say this, that going into it, Ace was probably a secure dude in terms of his bag. He was more than likely, if you're going to put 5 bands on the line, you weren't necessarily hurting for that 5 bands in the first place.
You would hope not.
Hope. Very big hope. I would hope. The problem comes in is when that hope is wrong? What if he needed that 5 racks?
Yeah.
Then his bars actually become real. Ted, you probably getting robbed at the venue. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know, we can't, I don't know, man. Like, there is some got to be done, because I guarantee you Ace's numbers are probably gonna run up on the app. It's a whole reason URL dropped this battle
For
the day
sure.
after.
Because they couldn't figure it out, and you know, it was needed. Now, I will say this: I like Ace Amin's attitude. He took it like a professional.
He did,
and you know, you walk away, and I feel like that's where the sport needs to go anyway.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, more professionalism. Don't get too irate and over, you know, crazy about it. Like, you have to just tip your hat on to the next battle. He's definitely going to get bigger plates because of that. He didn't lose.
Right.
So let's be clear. He didn't lose, even though they said he lost. He'll get that money back. He might get a Summer Madness plate out of this. You never know.
So that's the optimism in it, right?
Yeah.
That's the way to look at it, right? This was a level up for him regardless.
Yeah.
Ain't no nigga in the world I know is just gonna be okay unless you fucking Hove, Steve Jobs, Kanye West. I'm not sneezing at losing 5 racks. Like, that shit.
It's stung. I'm sure it's stung. It's stinging. It's stinging right now. But as far as the way he carried himself, you know, shout out to that man. Like, I don't know if I would have been like, I don't know if I would have handled it that way. Like, I would have had to argue with somebody all night. Like, bro, you didn't beat me.
Right. Well,
so what we were talking about earlier about hot takes, that's actually the last thing that the culture needs. We don't need people jumping out the window with hot takes.
Nope.
I mean, if I'm being honest, this is why Cortez gets the poor rep he gets. You know, it was a running joke about all his battles that got vaulted.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Ace Amin had a vulture bar. He talked about it in his battle, by the way.
And then I feel like Surf tried to knock him, like Surf tried to do to Cortez like what Shaq did to JaVale McGee. Just try to make it seem like he's whack. Cortez is not whack.
No.
And I'm sorry if you just started battle rapping and you think he will fuck you up.
He will.
He will get you right up out of here.
And like, even for the new guys, they probably just got introduced to Cortez in UN4. And
Cortez is one of them ones, and he will fuck you up. Like, keep playing with these people if y'all want to. Like, fortunately, it's a blessing. We get to see a lot of these people up front in living color.
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are talented, bro. Like, you know, it's a reason that they're rapping on the stages that they're rapping on.
Right.
And when you get to a certain stature, it ain't because of the hookup. It ain't because of who you know. Like, some of these cats can really, really go.
It's the talent. It's
a for real talent.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's like you said, like, so again, this whole thing was about the Ace Amin and Cortez battle. So I don't need anybody to misunderstand what I'm saying when I say Ace Amin won, in my opinion, and it was a 30. Cortez wasn't trash, but when you watch this battle and you listen to the judges' judgments, their judgments don't make sense because they're giving Cortez praise and diminishing Ace Amin when Cortez did the same things that they faulted Ace Amin for. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, all right, what's happening here? Like, that opinion doesn't make sense because, hey, he did the same thing. I mean, you know, the big hullabaloo, if we will, was the second round, right? Most people were saying that Cortez won the first round clear. I understand why some people may want to say that because Ace had a stumble that, in my opinion, It was a big stumble. It wasn't a choke. He got it right back after apologizing. Like he literally was like, my bad, y'all. Boom, and went back into his material. All right, so we'll call that a stumble more so than a choke. But so did Taz in the first round. He did that in the first round. He had a stumble in the first. Let's go to the second round. Ace Amin, instead of taking the pause that he did in the first, he stumbled, but it's kind of like the way Ace raps with his level of aggression. Me and you've talked about this before. We know why he actually does stumble, because it's kind of like the excitement of getting the words out. He's so hyper when he raps.
Right, and it's a lot of words.
Right. And so there were a few of those, but his material was crazy, right? Cortez literally, in my opinion, he didn't stumble, but Ted, you'll be able to pick it up too. Me being a rapper and watching a lot of battle rap, I picked up on it. And if I'm wrong, then this kind of makes it worse, in my opinion. But Cortez forgot his material in the second round. No one notices it because he can freestyle pretty well. Right? He's in the middle of a scheme and cuts the scheme short and says, fuck that, and starts freestyling, bro. You'll notice it, but he doesn't, but what he's rapping has zero to do with how he started. You'll see it. I promise you. And here's my thing. People in the second round is the one that's debated, being debated, where the judges said Ace stumbled in his second and Cortez was clean. Well, all right, that just means you were listening for who got the bars out cleaner, because if you were really listening, you would realize whatever the hell Cortez was rapping on the back half of his round in the second had zero to do with how he started his round, which to me gives me an inclination that he forgot his material and he started freestyle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And then, right, and when you do that and you don't have substance in your material, and then somebody really gets the shit off. Yeah. Right.
But because he got through that part clean and is a veteran enough, a good of enough rapper to mask that fact, apparently he was able to trick the judges.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But Ace's material was more direct and actually better. And I would argue with anybody that comes back and tries to say, about my point, because if I hear Cortez come out and say, nah, bro, I wrote that, then I would say that makes it even worse. You really lost, because that material was not good. That was not good if you wrote that. Like, I'm watching
That's hilarious.
I was watching the video like, nah, bro, I know you didn't write that. You didn't write that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's true though. That's true.
Like, so I don't know. That's where all of the, that's where all the excitement comes from. Overall, when we get down to the bare bones of it, slips aside, because there were from both sides. Both of them slipped throughout all of the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cortez went to full-on choke in the third. Full-on choke in the third. He didn't jersey, but there was pacing and a whole lot of fucks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Which only further led me to believe that, I think you're forgetting your material now, and you forgot it in the second too. But neither here nor there. The battle, if I just make it very plain, the battle overall was lackluster. Hands down. Overall.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fire battle. Don't get me wrong. Only the hype around it is going to be because of these judgments. If there was no judging involved, we more than likely would not be talking about this battle. URL may actually even be considering a vault. Like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I've seen worse. I have seen worse, but both of them, the battle wasn't clean at all. Both of them stumbled throughout.
I got you.
So when you pick all those layers apart to try and make a judgment, like you just got to go down to the bare bones and say, all right, whose material was better? And then you have to kind of go connect the words and the attacks and everything like that. And if we do that down to the fundamentals, Ace Amin's material was eons better than Cortez.
Okay. So that said, I'll definitely watch it later on this evening just to see.
Yeah, man.
Even though it's not a good battle, that's gonna really piss me off. But
yeah, I mean, it's snooze fest. I'm not gonna go that far, but I think that at this particular point, especially with them dropping it like this and putting a round out on YouTube, the hype around the battle is gonna drive the views more than the actual battle itself.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We got to figure it out. With that being said, apparently, because somebody tagged me on Twitter, I made a post. Okay. I made a post today. I don't know if you saw it, but you know, pretty much in a nutshell, I was talking about this, and then somebody added me with a independent. I should pull the tweet up just to. There's an actual independent judges group for battle rap, apparently.
Oh, interesting.
I have to go. Let's see. Let's go here and go to my tweet. So on Twitter, I said, you know, so the culture has Ace Amin winning, but the judges picked Cortez. Meanwhile, I was in attendance while my brother Ladaze put on Battle of the Night candidate versus Riggs, and judges picked against him. Is it possible that all the judges were wrong? How do we fix it? That's my tweet. Right?
Okay.
And then Liar Dog 420. I'm not going to read his tweet because I don't know him and he doesn't really need any promo on my page. But he does tag IJC Official, which is the Independent Judges Commission. The Independent Judges Commission is an organization of impartial and experienced battle rap judges from around the world.
No disrespect. Says who? Says who?
I'm just saying it's a thing. It's a thing. You know what I'm saying?
That is hilarious.
Oh man, respectfully.
Respectfully. Who are y'all?
But yeah, man. So I don't know. We're going through growing pains now, guys. Battle rap's only 10 years old, 11 years old.
Yep, facts.
You know what I'm saying? We're going through growing pains.
Yes.
So this is not the first, and it will not be the last. But we gotta learn. We just gotta learn and grow. Hopefully, we get this shit right. There's still a lot of there is still a lot of independence in battle rap, which means you know, different people with different agendas over there, what have you.
Yes.
We were just making jokes respectfully, but the Independent Judges Commission should probably be a thing for judged battles. You know what I'm saying? Like you have boxing has a, you know,
it's corrupt, bro. It's corrupt.
Well, I know. I mean, anything can be corrupt once organized. Organizations can be corrupt. It doesn't really matter. You have boxing. We have referees in basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? You know, so things get judged, but you know, there has to be standards set or just simple rules. The flat out, here's my solution. Because you know how we are, bro. We work in technology. We're all about troubleshooting and providing solutions. We don't talk about problems without solutions.
Correct.
These battles, yes, there are live streams. Each battle roughly 20, 25 minutes. The average card runs anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Right?
It should. It should.
Should. Well, we're going with let's talk about URL caffeine.
Caffeine, it's happening. They get on time.
On time. All right.
URL is a solo entity. 8 hours. It's a job.
Absolutely not.
It's a job.
By the way, did you
real nigga time?
I'm sure you heard the announcement, right?
No.
Summer Madness, Houston, September 25th.
Yeah.
Tickets on sale. People in the building.
Yeah. You want to go?
We gotta talk about it because we already booked. I may have to move some shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but damn, what was I saying? Oh no, here's my solution, right? These events are 2 to 4 hours. Run the battle live. Let the judges deliberate while the next battle is going. Announce the decision at the end of the second battle. So on and so forth.
Okay. Just for judge battle. I mean, I just don't see why they don't sit on it and announce it a week later. I don't know. Like, let them deliberate over a day. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, you could literally do, so they're doing this 2-day thing already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Show the battles and then show the results the next day. That's a whole nother show you got with Jay Black.
That's it. Boom. And so I was gonna say this earlier, like, I like Jay Black's I like how he breaks it down.
Yeah, me and you, we both said that. And no bullshit. Surf is a good commentator, and has seemingly been pretty fair. He will announce his favorite. However, he does not allow that to cloud his decision on the actual battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So his predictions may go towards his bias. He's been pretty fair. We've seen him give away money saying, all right, I was wrong type shit.
Did he say Rock lost to Mook?
I don't think he was commentating then.
Did he pay Mook that money?
Probably didn't, but that's more. That's something else. There's something else there.
He tries to be as unbiased as he can be.
Kool Nerd, nigga.